Hello everyone, and today we have with us Susmitha. Susmitha Konda, she has worked with AID worldwide, then she worked with HSBC as a data engineer, then she worked with Exactly Corp, another company, where she honed her skills in the space of Alteryx, Tableau, etc. And now she is working with Celigo as BI engineer. Since she has immense experience working in the field of data, we thought we will talk with her and try to understand what, according to her, are a few of the real world projects that are handled in, probably HSBC or Exactly or Celigo or based on her experience. Thank you so much, Sushmita, for joining in. And
Thank
the floor
you.
is yours. We would like to hear from you.
Okay. Back in HSBC, most of the data engineering is cleaning the data, which actually I think forms the first and the most important step and the base for whatever we do with it, be it analysis, be it any modeling or anything. But I guess that is the most important step. But here at Celigo, I have been closely looking at how AI can impact the regular activities. At Celigo, we use a tool called Integrator. So basically, it's an iPaaS solution for centralizing the data and building pipelines. So let's say we have a customer who's not very sound technically, but still want a integrated tool to move data from different systems. We would like to help them. We're still in the research phase for this though. We'd like to help them use normal prompts or voice commands to be able to build the pipeline or the flow. Flow is what we call the basic pipeline in between two systems. So we are primarily doing the research on that. We have APIs from all the major systems like NetSuite or Salesforce, but everything is built on a bot. And at this point, I feel we should start, doing research towards how to make these bots talk to each other. And that would be the next major step in the firm for us, as well as the whole AI world. Yeah. And internally, we use AI for a lot of purposes. So we use it for, gathering data from we have multiple source systems. So we use it to get the data from multiple source systems. We use it to, draw insights. It's just faster rather than, not that we can't do it. It's just faster and automates a lot of processes. And we also collect feedback from a lot of customers, so it's easier to perform sentiment analysis as well. These are the primary things we use AI for, but there are so many smaller things we use it to summarize, big documents and all those, or get the transcripts from these calls and, figure out what the customer is exactly looking for. Yeah.
Absolutely, Sushmita. And based on this conversation, the most important or interesting part that I felt is generating pipeline, or you're saying that you call it as flow, using voice prompts.
Yeah.
Right? That's probably taking your GenAI to the next level, or looking at how GenAI will be applicable in terms of coming up with the best pipeline itself, right? That was the most interesting part which caught my attention. Amazing. And then you also spoke about bots talking to one another. Absolutely. Agentic AI is around the corner and the entire ecosystem is changing very rapidly. Yeah. And bots talking to one another and getting the entire work done end to end is going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for sharing these two very interesting use cases. The next question, Sushmita, that I have is, how do people even get into Celigo, for example? Right? Because we have 8 lakh students who are doing their BTech in data science, BTech in AI ML. As recent as today, there is this person who works with Deloitte. He's he's in a senior position in tax. Today morning, he sent me a message saying that one of my friend's son is applying for, BTech program. Can you help me decide which one he has to select? And BTech in automation and robotics, BTech in computer science engineering, BTech in AI and data science, AARS, which is autonomous agents and robotic systems. Then there is another thing which is called as CPSNS, BTech AI and data science, cyber physical systems and security. Then you have computer and communication engineering. Then you have computer science and engineering AI. Then you have BTech robotics and AI. Then you have pure BTech in AI and data science. Then BTech in AI and data science, medical engineering. So if someone can look at this, these are the bunch of,
Oh yeah, that's a long list.
The programs, yeah. Today, as we stand, there are roughly 8 lakh students who are coming out of colleges from India. And a lot of these people need guidance from working professionals, practitioners like you, who can help them understand how should they hone their skills so that as soon as they come out of their colleges, they find their profile relevant to the industry requirements. So what do you think they have to do, Susmitha, to get into Celigo, for example?
I think they should definitely have their fundamentals strong. I mean, the courses they do, they all definitely help, but to be able to, stand separately from the entire crowd, they should practice a lot, not on the, the usual statements like house prices prediction or, stock prices prediction or sentiment analysis. I think they need to do something more, contextual, like understand the problem. Data understanding makes the most difference. So getting the right domain understanding of it makes the entire difference. And also understand that the data we get on Kaggle or GitHub, it's near to perfect, and we never get that in real life. It is scattered everywhere. We have to pick pieces of it and put it together. So first understanding the data and not picking the first thing you get on Kaggle, but see how you can get the problem statement from the regular things we do. That would incorporate AI into their thought process and help them learn it more intensely rather than just for the fundamentals or contextually. And definitely one has to keep themselves aware, because there are so many things happening around us with AI, and like every day there's a new research paper coming out, and what we learned today is definitely changing into something else like a year later. So you have to keep yourself updated regularly. And as much as we work on cleaning the data, I mean the techniques, cleaning the data, performing analysis, I think one needs to also understand about the infrastructure behind it and how well these techniques can support the infrastructure load. So that actually plays a big role when you start working with bigger data.
Absolutely, Susmitha. A lot of the things that you have said is extremely relevant for people to, ensure that they hone their skills sufficiently and eventually get a job. First thing is get your fundamentals right and strong. That's first thing. Second thing, which I echo with you, is that Susmitha, in Kaggle, the problem statement is well defined. You need not worry about data collection.
Yeah,
someone will put the data there
right in front.
Right. And then just click on download button and magically it gets downloaded and you start working on the entire data set. And then after you build, say, a machine learning algorithm, your performance is gauged based on whether you're getting high accuracy or not.
Yeah.
But how do you even deploy it, and how does end user consume the solution that you build? This element is not considered. Right?
Yep.
Well said. So Kaggle has very clean data set. That is what you were saying.
Yeah.
And that is not how the real world data looks like.
Yeah.
You have to first understand the business problem. You have to gain domain knowledge. You have to have thorough understanding about data that you're dealing with. And one more very important thing, which Susmitha was talking about, is that you need to also look at the infrastructure, the hardware. What hardware are you going to use? Which software are you going to use? If the data is of, say, 7 GB, where are you going to store it? How are you going to process it? Right? And is your computer even handling it? Is your 32 GB or 64 GB computer or server, is it even able to process that amount of data? Is Python helping it? Or should you proceed further with PySpark? All these are a few things that people have to consider, as opposed to just working on textbook examples like housing price, stock price, etc., which will not add meaningful value, at least to get a job. To get knowledge, that is good, but to get a job, you have to, push your limits, is what Susmitha was telling. Thank you so much, Susmitha. And any closing remark from your side on, helping the youth get into this profession of data science and AI?
I think as long as they have the, logic right and rationality towards what they're doing, I think they'll do all right.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Susmitha, once again for your time. And
thank you.
All the best for your future as well. Do stay in touch.
Yeah.
Thank you.